Alright, welcome back to Mastering MMA. I'm Coach Lee here with you. I got my beautiful assistant Jen with us today. We are going to be going over some explosive combos and counters. So we'll jump right into it. The first one here, we're going to start out, she's going to be throwing a jab cross combo. I am going to same side parry the jab. So as her jab's coming, go ahead and stick your jab out. As her jab's coming, I'm going to parry this down, and when the slip comes, or when the cross comes, I'm going to slip it. So the first part of this is just throw your 1, 2, right palm, and then I slip. Notice how I'm turning my shoulder in, and I'm stepping in deep here, and I'm loading on this leg. After I slip, I'm going to throw the liver shot. So I'm aiming at her bottom rib. The trajectory is bottom rib to opposite shoulder. So I want to be coming up almost a 45-degree angle. I want to smash that lower rib on her right side, and I'll push it up towards her shoulder so I can really attack that liver good. So once I hit that, she's then going to catch, just like she has mitts on. I'm going to throw my cross and a hook after that. So when this plays out in real life, what I'm trying to do is really smash that liver. Hopefully, get them to drop their hands on that. And if you've never hit the liver before, it takes a split second before it actually starts hurting. Like, it'll hit and it'll hurt, but it takes a couple seconds for it to really get bad. Usually if I nail somebody in the liver, I kind of back off and just wait for it to set in. Most of the time people get hit and they're kind of like, and they'll start coming forward, and then they're like, oh, all right, I need a break. So once you get the hang of it, you'll kind of know where it's at. But if we're going in an actual fight, not just a sparring session, I'm looking to smash that liver, and I'm throwing a hard cross to the face followed by a hook. I want them hands to drop, and I want them to not even think about getting back up. All right, so we'll run through this here real quick. She's going to throw the jab. I block, or I parry. I slip on this one. Hook to the liver, cross to the head, hook to the head. So a little bit faster, it's like this. And then again. Notice I'm barely tapping her, being nice with my training partner. One more time. Just like that. Nice crisp shots here. This is a great quick combo to throw. You're catching them with that counter body shot to the liver. So you're starting out with a counter to lead into your combo. It usually gives you a little bit of a head step to get ahead of their defenses. Look at you like a pro. All right, so the next combo we're going to get into, we're going to start kicking some. If you're a boxer and you're looking for boxing combos, we are going to have another one of those later in the video that's all hands, so stay tuned for that. This other stuff you can adapt to however you want. So this one is very simple. I'm starting off with a jab, but as I throw my jab, I'm going to step with my back foot to the outside of her front foot. So right now, our feet are pretty much in line, just like we were standing on some railroad tracks or something. But our feet are right in line here. So when I throw my jab, I'm going to step outside of her lead leg, and I'm going to point my toes kind of off towards the camera so I have a little bit of snap in my hips. So I'm going to start out with this jab. She's catching it, and I'm stepping outside as I throw, and then I'm going to kick. In real life, I'm kicking for the inside. As a training partner, she's going to kind of catch on her shin pad, to reduce the impact here. But when I'm going in real life, I'm looking to kick the inside of this thigh. If they do raise up to check, I'm still hitting it. Basically, I'm just trying to kick her hard enough so that her hips open up, which if she's in this stance and she's kind of guarded, as the hips open up, usually the hands open up some too, which creates this big hole. I'm going to send a cross right down the middle. So real slow, I'm jabbing as I'm stepping. I'm here. I throw the kick, which moves her open, and then I throw this big cross. I really want to set down in my cross too. So after I land this kick, when I come down, I sink my weight and then throw that cross. So once again, real slow, I'm jabbing, stepping out at the same time. I throw the kick, I throw the cross. So we'll speed it up here a little bit. It's going to look like this. You ready? So notice how her hips moved out. Once again, it's here. Moves her hips open. That makes the hands open up. And we'll show it one more time. So that's kind of how we go at it. The reason I want to step out is so I can actually open her hips. If I threw my kick from here, go ahead and stand on one foot there for me. If I threw my kick from here, I'm not going to be able to really move her hips. If I come out a little bit, it puts her in my power range, so when I kick, it opens her up, and I can throw that cross. So that's how that plays out. Real quick combo, I use this one a good amount, especially if I can get them to move their hips open, those hands spread open as the hips move. So the next one we're going to get into, this is one I set up, I use quite often. So I set it up a couple different ways, but this is the easiest here, is I'm starting out with a jab, jab, hook. So she's going to catch for me. It's just, right? And I'll throw this random times during the round. So I'm just, right? And then we're right back, and we'll dance around. I'll throw a couple other combos, then I come back to this one. What I'm looking for is her to start reading that I'm jab, jab, hook, and start looking to roll it. So if she's rolling this, and I'll just put this beside her head, I'm jab, jab, hook, and if she's rolling this, she's going to drop her weight, and she's going to turn away and start to roll underneath, right? Which, if I'm throwing this, puts me in a bad spot and gives her a good opportunity to counter. So I can fight stance there. So we're jab, jab, and I do this, and you're going to roll, and I'm going to end up here, which gives her a great opportunity to counter. So what I'm doing is, as I see her starting to read this and starting to look to roll, I'm going to set up a big head kick here. So you're going to catch the kick this time. So I'm jab, jab, I cock this out just like I would my 3, but she starts to roll, which lets me kick her in the head. She's obviously bracing to catch here, but in general, I'll get people rolling, and as soon as their head comes down, they run right into my shin. It's a beautiful combo. I can't even count how many people I've caught with this. So we'll run through it here. So it's jab, jab, show, kick. Also, as I'm showing this hook, right, I'm jab, jab. As I show this hook, I turn my feet out, or my front foot out. I get up on my toes, so I have snap in my kick. So as this shows, she starts to roll, I can come up quick with power, right? Puts her right in my power area of my kick. So we're in here. We are jab, jab, show, kick. Jab, jab, show, kick. Notice I'm up on my toe, turned out, so I can really snap into this. And if we're going hard and she happens to block here, there's even a chance that arms break on this. I've seen plenty of arms break where people have ducked into these and they're right in that power zone. When you think about throwing your kicks, right, when it first takes off, it doesn't have much power, and then it hits this section, like right through here, I'm starting to come into full power, and like this section right here is where I'm going to kick really hard. But once I get past this line, it's kind of going to die off again. So you want to make sure you're getting people where your kicks are landing with power. You can kind of think of it sort of as like a power band on a 2-stroke if you've ever rode a dirt bike, where it's kind of it's not super quick, but then you hit that spot and it just takes off real fast, and at the end it kind of dies out again. So it's kind of like that, right? So once again, we're coming in, jab, jab, show, kick. Up on my toes so I can really deliver this big shot. So that's another quick combo, very explosive. You can knock out a lot of people with this one. All right, so the next combo we're going to throw is super basic, but it's still super effective. We're using both punches and kicks. We're going high, low levels, so it adds some confusion in for the defensive person. So we'll jump right into this one. So I'm throwing my simple jab cross. When I throw my cross, I'm going to come up on my front foot with my toes pointed out as far as I can get them, so I can get some good power on my kick. I'm not going very far offline, but I am going just a little bit. So I'm 1, 2, and as I throw this 2, I'm stepping out just a little bit so I can throw this and really get some power behind that kick. When I land the kick, I want to land with my leg bent so I can snap back off of it real hard, and I'm going to create a lot of torque for a big, hard hook. This hook is going to be the one that does the damage and sets them down on the ground. So when I hit, don't raise your foot this time, just kind of bend your knee. So when I hit, I want my leg bent like this so I can push back off of it, and I want to get as much torque with my leg going away from the kick as I can possibly get, which is going to give me a lot of torque coming through on this big hook. So when I combine it all together, it's going to be 1, 2, I'm stepping out, I'm up on my toes, I throw the kick, I land, I push back off hard, and I throw this hook as I come back through. So we'll speed it up a little bit. It's right, big hard hook, opposite hands coming back towards the chin. So once again, we are right? Big, hard hook. You can drop a lot of people with this. Once again, we're coming through here. Jab, cross, kick, hook. I am pulling myself a little bit offline. If you want to come this way. I'll give you this angle so you can see. It's jab, cross, and then as soon as I come up here, it pulls my head a little offline in case she's countering, and then I come back in line with my hook. So one more quick look here. We are jab, cross, kick, hook. Big power on that. You can drop them with this hook, because you can create so much torque coming off of that kick. All right, so the next combo we're going to get into, this is going to be all hands. This is a great boxing combo or Thai combo. So I'm starting out with a triple jab. As I throw my triple jab, I'm going to have little choppy steps to change this angle. I like this a lot if people kind of shell up on me. So if I'm throwing and she just kind of puts her knuckles on her forehead and kind of gets, turn your hands around the other way. Yeah, kind of gets here and does this to kind of tuck her head in here so I can't get this. I'll just blind her for my footwork and then come through this gap, right? So once again, I'm here and she kind of shells up. I'm going to use this to get over here and then keep your shell up, keep your shell up. I'm going to come through this hole right here and then I'm coming body and then back to head. So in general, I'll hit that cross, I'll catch the head, and then I'll come hard at the body with the hook, and that body shot will kind of make this happen, and then I'm going to come back up the head with a second hook. So we are going jab, jab, jab. I'm moving off to my right. Obviously, if you're southpaw, everything changes if you're fighting another southpaw. So I'm jab, jab, jab. I'm moving off this way as I'm jabbing, and as soon as I land that third jab, I want all my weight set back on my back leg so I can rotate hard into this cross. I sink right as the cross finishes. I'm going to come hard with this hook to the body. I'm aiming for the center of the solar plexus right when we knock the wind out. We're here. I rotate back, I raise up, and I come hard at the head. So she's going to catch for me here. It's going to be jab, 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 cross, hook, hook. So once again, it's jab, 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 cross, hook, hook. The good thing about this is as I come here, if she rotates her body to square back up, right? I'm still able to hook to the liver and then I'll come high to the head. So that plays out, even if they do make the proper adjustment, you can still fire this off. Nothing changes too much for you except for your target area. So this plays out real well depending on whether they freeze or they adjust. Just be aware of their counters coming back. So we'll go a little faster through this. It's right, we stay nice and tight. We want our hips moving in this. So we're here, right, big hard shots. If you get those hands down, clean house with that hook to the head. You should be dropping them on the mat, or at the very least, making them wonder where they're at. So this next one we're doing, it works really well from an open stance. By that I mean if she's Orthodox, I'll be Southpaw, or vice versa. She's Southpaw, I'll be Orthodox. It works either way. You can also do it from a same stance, whether we're both Orthodox or we're both Southpaw. If it's from same stance, what's going to happen is as she moves forward, I'm going to hit a shift, a reverse shift. So I'm going to step back with my front leg, which will put me in this Southpaw position for just a split second, which allows me to hit this really slick counter. So, but in general, I do this when we are opposite stances. So she's Orthodox, I'm Southpaw. I'm a long fighter. I got 79-inch reach, so I've got a really long reach. I use it well. I like to stay out of distance, which causes people to chase me a lot, right? So I'll sit out here and touch people and kind of get back. And I play this in and out game, and I just touch them a lot until I start seeing good holes to land big power shots. But with me doing that, I get a lot of people that chase, whether they're overextending or they're moving their footwork well. I get them chasing me a lot. I don't get them backing up near as often as I get people trying to figure out a way to get in close. So what I like to do from here is I kind of stick out your jab, just stick it out, right? So I'm plenty out of range here, right? And obviously I can still touch her with ease. I haven't even extended my whole arm here. And she's not super short either. But so she's got to move in originally just to So take like a small step in. Now she can touch me from there, right? Almost. Take another little step. So right here, yeah, she can start to catch me from here. And as she rotates her body and extends this, right, now she can catch me if I'm leaning back. So what happens here is as she moves in, I'm going to take a little step back with my right leg if I'm southpaw. I'm going to kind of do a little bit of a drop step. So I'm not coming straight back. I'm coming this way. So I'm stepping back, I'm coming this way, not straight back, but I'm kind of circling. It's a drop step like you see centers do in basketball where they'll take one step and kind of circle back towards the goal. That's what I'm looking to hit. As her jab's coming, and I'm setting this up by, so when I'm in my stance, let's get here. When I'm in my stance, right, I'm not straight up, I kind of bend over a little bit, so my target's off center, which gives me a little bit better angle. So when I'm in here, I'm kind of bent at the waist, and I'm doing a Philly shell here, basically. It's kind of what I'm playing, but I'm not upright. I'm bent over, so it moves my head off center to begin with. So as her fist comes out and chase my face here, I rotate here. This drop step allows me to throw this big backhand. Eric, that's in my videos a lot, hates this because he runs into it a lot. It's probably my highest percentage strike on him when I start playing southpaw. So we're in here, she starts to throw this jab, I rotate here, and my head is swinging in a circle, right? The reason I have to be bent up or bent over so my head's off center is if I'm standing straight up, when I spin, my head really doesn't move. So if you stick your hand out, just barely touch my head, right? So right here, if I'm upright, when I turn, my head really doesn't move, right? She's still going to catch me. Now, if I'm here and I'm bent over a little bit, touch the side of my face, when I turn, my head moves a lot. And then I can still land this big back fist. So we're here, right? She goes to throw. I'm here, bang. Big back fist, right? I've rotated my whole body. My legs are engaged here, right? I'm here, boom. And then I can come back with whatever I want on this other side. I like this one a lot. I bait a whole lot of people in with that, just playing this little touch and out game. And then as soon as they go to throw and they step in too far, boom, I hit this. Make sure you are bent over a little bit at the waist when you're here, right? If I'm up here and I rotate, my head barely moves. If I'm here and they chase it as I rotate, their hand is nowhere near and I can land this big back fist. If you liked any of these combos, hit that like button for me, please. Go to my Google MMA or Mastering MMA and leave me a 5-star review, please. Tell me your favorite thing about the channel. If you haven't yet, subscribe, hit the notification bell. You don't want to miss any of this content. Right now, I'm putting out a new video every single day, so it's lots of content coming, lots of good stuff for you all to improve your games with. Join the Facebook group. All this stuff is down there in the comments of the video for all the links. And also, if you're getting real good content out of this and you want to tip me, there's a link there for PayPal also. I would greatly appreciate it. It'll help us expand the gym and get better stuff for our video. Hopefully improve our production side of this stuff, because I know you're getting great technique out of this. Anyways, that's all we got for today. Enjoy the 4th of July, and these are our explosive counters and combos for the 4th of July. We'll catch you next time on Mastering MMA with Coach Lee.